Hi everyone, my name is Alifa Meldani Putri. My ID number is 20250070054. In this video, I will explain about the role of accountants in organization and also the basic concept of cost accounting, including cost classification and the full costing method. Let's start with the role of accountant. In an organization, accountants have an important role in supporting decision making. There are three main types of accounting: management accounting, financial accounting, and cost accounting. Management accounting focuses on providing both financial and non-financial information to help managers make decisions and achieve organizational goals. Financial accounting, on the other hand, is used to report information to external parties such as investors, banks, and government agencies. Meanwhile, cost accounting provides detailed cost information that support both management and financial accounting. Management accountants are also involved in strategic decision making. They help manage plans, control, and evaluate business activities. In implementing strategy, companies go through several business functions such as research and development, product design, production, marketing, distribution, and customer service. To success, companies must focus on key factors such as cost efficiency, quality, time, and innovation. Next, let's talk about the basic concept of cost. Cost is defined as a resource sacrificed to achieve a specific goal. There are different types of costs, such as actual costs, which are costs that have already occurred, and budget costs, which are estimates for the future. We also have something called a cost object, which refers to anything for which we want to measure costs, such as a product, service, or project. Costs can be classified into direct costs and indirect costs. Direct costs can be easily traced to a specific product, like raw materials. Indirect costs cannot be traced directly, such as factory rent or manager salaries. Another important classification is based on behavior. Variable costs and fixed costs. Variable costs change with the level of production, while fixed costs remain constant within a certain range of activity. Now, let's move to types of companies and inventory. There are three main types of companies: manufacturing company, which produce goods; trading companies, which buy and sell products; service companies, which provide intangible service. In manufacturing companies, inventory is divided into three types: direct material inventory, raw materials used in production; work in process inventory, partially complete products; finished good inventory, complete products ready to sell. Next, we discuss manufacturing cost classification. There are three main components: direct materials, raw material used in production; direct labor, wages of workers directly involved in production; manufacturing overhead, indirect costs like electricity and equipment. We also distinguish between product costs and period costs. Product costs are included in inventory and become cost of goods sold when the product is sold. Period costs are expenses recorded in the income statement during the period they occur. Another concept is prime costs and conversion costs. Prime costs include direct materials and direct labor, while conversion costs includes direct labor and manufacturing overhead. Now, let's discuss the cost flow in manufacturing. Cost flow from raw materials to work in process, then to finished goods, and finally to cost of goods sold. This process helps companies track how costs move through production until the product is sold. And now, let's talk about the full costing method. Full costing is a method used to calculate the cost of a product by including all production costs. This includes direct materials, direct labor, variable overhead, fixed overhead. This method is commonly used in companies that produce based on orders, such as printing business or consulting service. In this system, each order is calculated separately. The total cost of production is divided by the number of units product to determine the cost per unit. The information from full costing is very useful. It helps companies determine selling price, decide whether to accept or reject an order, monitor production costs, calculate profit or loss for each order. And now, let's talk about job order costing with full costing. Job order costing is used when a company produces goods based on specific customer orders. Each order is different, so the company must record the production cost separately for each job. In this method, a document called a job cost sheet or cost card is used to collect all production costs. The full costing method means that all production costs are included in the cost of the product. This cost consists of direct materials, direct labor, and factory overhead. For example, in a printing company, each order, such as printing invitation or pamphlets, will have its own job number. The company records the cost of raw materials like paper and ink, the wages of workers, and also overhead costs such as electricity, machine depreciation, and maintenance. After collecting all these costs, the total production cost for each order can be calculated. This information is very important to determine the selling price and also to calculate profit. Next, we move to the next concept, which is process costing. Process costing is used by companies that produce product in large quantities or mass production. Unlike job order costing, production in this method is continuous and not based on specific customer orders. In process costing, costs are collected for each production process or department over a certain period of time. Then the cost per unit is calculated by dividing the total production cost by the number of units produced. This method is commonly used in industries such as textile factories, oil refineries, cement production, and even electricity service. There are several characteristics of process costing. The products are standardized production in continuous, and the product produced are usually identical from one period to another. Process costing also has several benefits. It helps companies determine the selling price, monitor production costs, calculate profit or loss, and determine the value of inventory, both finished goods and work in process. In addition, this method helps management compare planned costs with actual costs, so they can control efficiency in production. In conclusion, accountants have an important role in helping organizations make decisions and manage costs effectively. Understanding cost concept and classification allows companies to control expense and improve efficiency. In manufacturing costs, flow helps track production costs from raw materials to finished goods. Companies also use different methods such as job order costing for customized products and process costing for mass production. Overall, this concept helps companies determine selling price, control costs, and measure profit so they can stay competitive. Thank you for your attention.